Hi, it's Mira, your favorite Mary Kay sales director, and I am quickly recording a What You Need to Know seminar wrap up for seminar 2023. I had the best time this year. So I'm going to tell you, I have a few more things to talk about besides just seminar, but let me just start out by telling you that my roommate, Kaylee Shea, was amazing. We had the best time. Kaylee, you are so fun. I can't wait to see what happens with you and your Mary Kay business. And I know that this experience was so meaningful to you and it was meaningful to me. And I will room with you. I will go with you on a trip anytime, girlfriend. So this seminar was important for a lot of reasons, not only because it's the 20th anniversary, or not 20th anniversary. It's my 20th. It was my 20th anniversary this past year. It's the company's 60th anniversary. My very first seminar was the 40th anniversary. And so that was a lot of things. There was a lot of things that I was processing, a lot of things that I was going through. This is also probably my lowest year of achievement for seminar since I became a sales director in 2004, the 2004-2005 seminar year. This is the lowest level of any kind of achievement that I've had. And I am okay with it because this year I was happy to be able to go. I didn't actually know if my health would allow me to go to seminar. I was possibly going to have some surgeries and deal with some very serious health problems in the month of July. And I'm just so happy that I was able to make it. I was so happy to be able to be there, to take it all in, to be rewarded and recognized for the achievements, for the goals I did hit, and to be inspired. And the first person who really inspired me is somebody who has been inspiring me for a while. It's a sales director, now new national sales director, Keita Powell. And Keita was a top director when I was a new consultant and director. So my head has been full of her stories and her trainings for a very long time. And she's somebody who has quiet power. She's soft spoken. And this year, she fulfilled her longtime dream to become a national sales director at the close of the fiscal year. So she was being recognized for her unit's accomplishments as a top director in her national sales director suit. And that's really exciting because there have been many times along the way that she has tried for this, that she has striven for this. And one of the things she said is that God's delay is not God's denial. And I feel that in my heart so much. There are so many goals that I have for myself. There's callings that I know I have on my life. And I feel like I should be farther along. And I've had those conversations with a number of you in the last month. So the thing I want you to know is that the thing that Keita said to me backstage when I started ugly crying because I was so excited to meet her, and to tell her how much she meant to me. Partly because I was overstimulated. It was on day 2. So we're like 3 days of like, and glitter. So she said to me, "You're farther along than you even know you are." So I don't know who needs to hear that besides me, but you are farther along than you even know that you are to that next goal, to that next accomplishment, to the thing that you think you're never going to get to. So don't give up. Do not become weary in doing well, because we will reap where we sow. And that's from the book of Ephesians in the Bible. So let me tell you my seminar takeaways really quick. I was reminded of something that our retired national sales director, Mona Butters, used to say at the end of conferences. She used to say to make a decision right now about where you want to be. So you may not have gone to the conference, but this is the beginning of the fiscal year. I want you to decide right now what's your non-negotiable goal. And I want you to choose one that is realistic for you, something that is a stretch, but is something that you feel like you can accomplish, because you can always reset a realistic non-negotiable goal. You can always make it higher. But if you feel like you have to come back from that later, that may feel like a defeat and a failure. And I want to set you up for the most success you can possibly have. So decide what that is. Now, Decide while you're emotional about it. Decide while you have big feelings about it, about what it's going to be, but wait until you are in a place where you can be, where you are more rational to decide on the strategy for that. So decide what you want to do. Don't worry about how you're going to do it yet. Start with what you want to do, and you and I can figure out the how together. We can't do big goals alone. And that's the thing about Mary Kay. Even though the last few years and the way that our unit is composed makes it so that we don't all get to sit in the same room together, we don't all get to be together regularly. I really am trying to create that feeling of esprit de corps, and I'm glad for, and I hope that you guys will continue to do that in the pockets that you can be together, in the times we can be together, but also by creating community in our Facebook group and in other ways as we come around each other. And I would love to see consultants, any consultant who feels like they have the gift of note writing, of encouraging, whether or not you're participating very much. I would love to see anybody who is interested in writing notes to encourage. If you've got a goal, we want to know what it is. If you love to write notes and encourage people, I would love to, I'll even send you postcards and stamps. I would love to have you send love notes to your sister consultants, because we don't do big goals alone. But one of the things let's see, we talked about that. Okay, so one of the things I know for sure, I need to spend some time. I'm still running on adrenaline and glitter and dreams. I only slept 5 hours last night and I'm like, wee, I'm okay. And I have some caffeine and I'm ready to go. But I can tell that I am about 30 minutes from my brain being like, click, you're done. So the one thing I want to talk to you about is that I know for sure I need to do more personal team building. It has been something that is not my favorite. It's never been my favorite. I was the queen of sharing in the Butters area for our final year in 2014. I have a diamond bumblebee and it needs a sister. And I'll tell you what I know for sure is that my unit goal, my number one goal for our unit, it's not a certain car, it's not a certain unit club. I want to double our unit size. Our current unit size is 40. I want to double our unit size by June 30th. I want to get to 80 consultants. And even though I guess it's possible for me to do that on my own, that sounds terrible, because one of the things I know for sure about myself that's become clear is that I do not enjoy working on my own in a vacuum. I need to have a sense of camaraderie. I need to have a sense of working togetherness. And I will say that despite the fact that we didn't necessarily end where I wanted, I wasn't able to do as much activity as I wanted to do in the end of the seminar year. What was exciting is that we had new people who were recruiters. We had the most people recruiting, the most percentage of consultants adding to their team that we've had for 5 or more years. And that's a big deal. And I love it because I love having my own people. But you know what? I love meeting the people that you bring into our unit, especially as we really work to bring in people who meet our unit's culture, as we develop our own brand and our own style, and we really embrace what makes this unit special. I love having those people come in. So we have a team building challenge. I just re-recorded a video called How We Make Our Money. And I and my virtual assistant have created, we have resurrected the marketing survey, the Google Forms marketing survey, and we have created all of that, put that all together on YouTube with the forms, with the survey in the description. And I personally, Kaylee and I have decided that we are doing a 10 shares contest. And we started yesterday on our 10 sharing appointments using the video and the survey to do that, to start that process out. And I will have a prize for every one of your people who watches my video and who fills out the survey, no matter whether they do it now in July or whether they do it in months to come. And every month there's $100 product drawing that they can be participating in. So this is a great way for you to do some soft team building, because after we do the survey, there'll be some follow-up questions that you can ask them either in person, on the phone, or via text. Thank you, Jenna Black, for helping me develop those questions last year. But I'm going to have a prize, and I'm going to do a prize for the consultants. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do for the consultants yet, but we need to figure out, and I need to hear from you about what you would like to get when you complete these 10 surveys as a monthly prize. We are going to resurrect a program called the Pearls of Sharing, where when you do 3 or 5 in the month, you get a piece of jewelry, you get a piece of significant jewelry that you can add to your collection. But this is my challenge to you. And whether you're watching this tonight when I post it on the 26th, or whether you watch this at some point in the future, 7 days, a 7-day challenge to share with 10 people. And you can use the video from my YouTube, How We Make Our Money 2023 edition. So what else besides seminar? We have new product coming out, and I am going to be giving your choice of new product when you order in some certain amounts in the month of August. So be prepared to hear all about that. We have the fall lookbook that is coming out in August. We have the holiday lookbook that you can enroll now for people to receive in September. And I had given you I sent you guys all an action list of the things that I think you should be doing to set yourself up for success in July. Now, whether you're on track for what you wanted to be doing, or whether you're like, oh, I guess I should be doing something, I want you to pick 1 or 2 things that you can do immediately, that you can get busy on as soon as you're done watching this video, and go to work on this. Because one of the things that is really important is, you make a decision while you're emotional. You wait to make your strategy until you're in a place where you can be rational. But I don't want you to go immediately into massive action. That is a mistake. Going into massive action when you're emotional can backfire on you, because if you're feeling high as a kite and you start into massive action, as you naturally start to come down, you'll be like, now you might need to have a cookie. Your blood sugar might be low. But one of the reasons why I feel like you need to go into strategic action instead of massive action is it needs to feel sustainable as the natural high from your emotion comes down, or as the natural low from the emotion that you might be feeling comes up. Make sure that you're paying attention to that and you're allowing that to serve you instead of the other way around. But new products. You probably already heard that the new oil-free eye makeup remover is available starting today for everyone to buy. And the main thing that they changed is they updated the formula, and they made the bottle a little bit smaller so that it can now go through TSA. So yay for that. The stuff you have on your shelf, perfectly good. Nothing's wrong with it. I am not clearancing out any of those items. They also have updated eyeliners and lip liners. I am not clearancing out any of the items that I have. I'm going to order. In fact, I'm going to order right after this, the new product, so that I can have it at our in-person meeting on July 31st, which is going to be held at Senior Consultant Amy Thurman's home in Boise. I am going to do my best for the business part of the meeting to have my computer so that we can live stream into our Facebook group and onto our YouTube page, and ultimately to miradunick.com, to the training center, whatever training part I'm going to go through. The other thing that I want to touch on really quickly that I almost forgot about, that I was like, yeah, I got to talk about this. The digital showcase app. I sat down in the expo, and I sat down just to sit down. I sat down in a chair, and then somebody came out on the little stage and did a 5-minute training on how to use the digital showcase app for your phone. And I was blown away. All of this stuff that I've been working really hard to find and save on my phone, and I'm like signing into my computer and whatever, it's on the digital showcase app. So in addition to like your flip chart. So you can put that on your phone. You can put that on your tablet. Like you don't have to have a paper flip chart, and it'll update when there's new product, which there's about to be more new product. So, oh my gosh, little tiny things make a big difference. So I love you guys. I'm going to be coming to you again next week. Or was it? Is it going to be next week? Next week, we're going to have some really exciting topics. We're going to do some sales funnel topics. We're going to go down the digital rabbit hole. And I'll have more stuff. I've got all kinds of great stuff for you in the month of August and September. I'm just full of ideas, but I love you and we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.